you ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon. Hey everybody, how are you? I'm Robert. I'm so excited to be here today. We have two vocal giants. We have Rob Paulsen and Marilyn Maye are here. Rob Paulsen is literally the voice of my childhood. So when I had the opportunity and the chance that he was going to be here, I was so excited. You know, I want to thank you, Jim. Jim's Robert, everything is a big yes. Continue like this always. Thank you, Jim. Thank you for watching. I'm so grateful for you. I appreciate you. I am here in my charming basement of New Jersey, here bringing you two of my favorite performers that I have definitely seen. We are going to get right to it because I don't want to keep, Rob Paulsen has 546 IMDb credits. Anna Maria Horsford was on 2 weeks. She's on next week. She's 146. We had Vernee Watson and Daphne Maxwell Reid. We joked that Vernee Watson has 196. You can take all of these TV legends, put them together, and you still don't have as many credits as Rob Paulsen. So I'm so excited to talk to him. I put together, well, let me put it to you this way. Someone else put together a reel of some of his most famous characters, and we stole it off of YouTube, and we edited it down so that we're not here until next Easter, and take a peek at some of the amazing work that I'm sure he's the voice of your childhood, just like he's the voice of mine. Here's a little bit about Rob Paulsen.
Wait a minute. You expect us poor innocent children to climb up dangerous scaffolding and paint naked people all over a church? We'll do it!
Welcome everybody to Otto's Sunday Bingo!
Oh, Blaine, goody, you're back! I've made a yummy dinner. Food pellets with food pellets.
Morning, Porky.
No comic quits in the middle of a joke. Not even a bad one.
Ah, you sport.
Here now and see me next week. I'll pump you up, my friend.
Is that the next generation cadmium processor with quantum encryption?
I don't know, Donatello. Is it?
Precious seconds are ticking away. I must thwart the evil plans of the nefarious Professor Kronos.
Yeah! Why don't you go do something useful? Yeah, go get some candy.
Why on earth would you treat the richest man in the world to breakfast?
Well, it's simple, Unc. To sell you this gold money clip that I won in a raffle.
Where have you been, buddy? Look, Max, if my dad catches me with this, he'll kill me.
Hey, Gantu! So, I'm at the deli getting some fresh cold cuts, and guess what I find nestled in with the tomatoes? Ta-da!
You look beautiful. Ariel, maybe you should go with him.
And how happy they make me feel. Ah, Sweetwater Lake. We're almost there.
You'll only add more weight.
Snow job!
Find something that'll reach.
I'm Slingshot. Used to be a speed shuttle. Now I'm the fastest, smartest, hottest jet you ever saw.
Turner! Chocolate-eating warrior of the planet Earth!
Oh! So you want to dance?
Well, I did take cotillion for 3 years.
Give it a rest, would you? We're working here.
Oh, I tried, sir, but with Christmas so close, I can barely stay in my chair.
But it seemed we should meet. Mumra will have the stone soon.
Are you prepared to join the rebellion?
Our people are willing. Crime is at a record high in Gotham. The city has gone to hell, and no one seems to be doing anything about it.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I was gonna say that.
Well, I said it first.
I thought it first.
Matter's not first into it.
Oh, we like you. Flinda really like you too. She's a very nice.
Sacre bleu. What is this?
You tried to steal a bajillion phones.
Money.
No.
Not anymore!
Well, he's an Emmy winner. He has been the voice of generations, as we said. He's an author. He's a survivor. He is the multi-talented Rob Paulsen, everybody. Hi, Rob.
Hey, how are you? Hello, Robert.
No, you can't do that. I'll freak out.
Thank you. That was what an auspicious intro. Thank you so much. I'm utterly humbled. Thank you.
Well, we have 500 other clips that we could show, but I didn't want to keep you here until literally this weekend. I mean, it would. I have to say that the first I heard of you well, I've heard you for many years, but the first I heard of you, you did an interview with a radio station in New York on Z100 with Elvis Duran in the morning when your book was coming out, and they were rattling through the voices, and you were doing the voices, and I, as a someone in my teens, never realized that somebody could do that and do all of those voices. And then growing up and studying acting and music and all of that, voiceovers is the in thing. I mean, it's what everyone is. But you're one of the like when we had Candy Milo on a couple of weeks ago, we were
great.
We were talking about people, and she said, Rob, when you think about people in this industry of voiceover work, there are legends in this group of people that do it, like Rob Paulsen. That's exactly what she said. And you have I know that you're from Michigan, and I know you wanted to be a hockey player. And somehow you ended up being the voice to hundreds of cartoons.
Yes. Well, I had neither the talent, temperament, nor dental insurance to make a dime as a hockey player. But I, like you, became an actor when I was quite young, and also a singer. I was a singer more than anything when I was a kid. And when I moved to LA, I'd had a number of years of experience on the road doing live theater and tons of music. And I came here ostensibly to do live action, and that's what I was doing. But I lived that axiom that luck is when opportunity meets preparation, and the opportunity presented itself in the mid-'80s to do cartoons, and man, I jumped at it. And I'm so glad I did, because the first thing I learned is that nobody cares what you look like, which is pretty cool, as you know, from having been an actor, an on-camera talent. You're often limited by the way you look. So not having to deal with that was a huge, huge gift.
Absolutely. If someone told me I didn't have to be on camera, I would be ordering Domino's pizza literally right now. I would be so excited. This is you
face for cartoons. I understand.
No, you must get this all the time. This Wolf Universe is, and he's wearing his Pinky in the Brain shirt right now. You do. I know you do tons of conventions. You were just in Dubai in a convention, and you meet tons of fans. And these characters are really the nostalgia that they have of their childhood. How is it to meet people who know you through your work?
It's overwhelming, Robert, to know that these characters have affected people on a profoundly deep level. I hear things. I don't care whether I'm in Dubai or St. Louis or London, or wherever it is. I meet people for whom these characters have been often their touchstones, their friends at some very desperate times in their lives. And to be able to know that and find out that my work has more to do with joy on an individual basis than I ever knew is an incredible gift. I just can't even quantify it.
Sure, I can only imagine. And the shows keep coming. Here's a comment here that their son loves Ben 10. I know Ben 10 is a big thing now. And then you know, like, it's generations after generations. For me, like I said earlier, I know how you started and the commercials and the television announcing, but for me, it's the Animaniacs all day. I was that nerd.
Oh, I like you the moment I laid eyes on you, genius.
I was a little pop culture nerd of a kid. I wanted to read the National Enquirer. I wanted to read People magazine. So when there was a cartoon show that was on that made fun of pop culture and celebrities and the world, I was, and me and my brother, you know, we would know the theme song. We would, and then Pinky and the Brain was on it as well before it spun into its own massive thing.
Right.
How that Steven Spielberg and Warner Brothers were behind that. How did that all come about?
It was just a traditional audition, like anything else. I'd had the good fortune of working with Tom Ruegger, the creator, and Mr. Spielberg on Tiny Toon Adventures. I worked with them a lot, which was the precursor to Animaniacs. But Animaniacs, as you know, was a whole group of brand new, original, clean sheet of paper characters. It presented a little bit more of a challenge, but it was a life-changing gig, to be sure. I got to sing in every episode. Yakko sings a lot. Pinky sings. I think even Dr. Scratch and Sniff got to sing. And so it was an opportunity to use kind of all the arrows in my quiver. And anytime you get to work with Steven Spielberg, it's the best of the best.
I mean, can it get any better? And now you live in classrooms forever. You do all of the countries. I mean, that song,
right.
It's played and I teach 5th grade when I'm not pretending to sing or act. And it's been played in my classroom. I'm a history teacher. It's played in other classrooms. It's just the music and the memories of that show. And then the show gets rebooted and the show gets reused, and it just keeps on going.
Amazing. Having had the chance to do it again after 25 years with the same actors was just overwhelming. It's pretty hard to express my gratitude for Mr. Spielberg and Warner Brothers to let us do it again. And it's a hit. It's done really well again. And I feel like you caught lightning in a bottle a couple times.
Well, I'm looking forward to more seasons and more work of that for sure. I know that you have worked for, I think, every major. I mean, you've done DC and Disney and Looney Tunes and Marvel. I mean, you've done from superheroes to video games. Is there a different way that you approach the characters or the voice, depending on if it's a video game or a cartoon? Is it all just the work? What is the thought process about the characters?
Well, improv is huge. I have a lot of background in improv, which comes in very handy on in animated shows, probably in video games too. Although I don't do as many video games as just traditional animated series. But when I have the time, I break down a character and come up with ideas and thoughts that work in the context of the show and the other characters with whom I interrelate in the show. But often when you're surrounded by such great talent as Tress MacNeille and Candy Milo, Frank Welker, Billy West, all these people, Maurice LaMarche, my friend the Brain. It's just these people all make you better, and their input is very often quite inspiring to my own stuff.
Well, you have a son. You have your family. Do they get a kick out of the voices, or are they over it? Is this something that's still?
I think my wife humors me because she's had to deal with it for a long time. It was a really cool thing for me and my son when my kid was a little guy and I was the original Raphael on Turtles. That was a really big deal for both of us. So to get to share that with, a little boy and have his old man be Raphael, it was a real hit at career day at school. And so that ordering pizza from Domino's on the phone as Raphael was pretty cool. Going through drive-thrus at, McDonald's, ordering Happy Meals as Yakko was a lot of fun. It's all, there really is no downside to it. It's just a marvelous way to move through life.
Well, I hear you. And all I kept thinking, and with all due respect, is, man, if I could just be at your mailbox one day and see the residual checks come in, these shows run forever.
Well, I'll tell you, it's never too much. That's for sure. Every now and then, things get kind of slow, and most of us actors kind of think, okay, residuals, come on, let's go. So, yeah, thank you, Screen Actors Guild. I've been a proud member for 43 years, and I'm grateful, very grateful.
Yes, same. Well, I've been a member of the union, and being a member of the union has been, as a teachers union and the Screen Actors Guild, it's just nice to know that there are people out there fighting for the workers. That's what.
Sure.
What I have to say is, you're also an author. You wrote here's your book as it covers our face, but here is your it's called Voice Lessons. It's available on Amazon. It's on paper. You could even get it where Rob reads it to you.
Right. I read my own story.
You read your own story. How did the book come about, and what can people find in it?
The book came about because I'd had lovely fans throughout the years say, man, you should write a book. You've done all this cool stuff. But honestly, Robert, I thought the last thing the world needs is another celebrity bio from a guy who's not a celebrity. Make no mistake. I'm flattered that people make a fuss over me, but it's the characters who are famous, and I don't draw them and I don't write them. But a few years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 3 metastatic squamous cell carcinoma of the throat. Surprise. And once I got through that with the help of my family and my cutting edge medical technology, I thought, well, now I've got a story. And I think most especially, I've got a story for people who might be struggling with their own circumstances. And it feels pretty dire, but it will pass. Things will turn around. The subtitle of the book is How a Couple of Ninja Turtles, Pinky, and an Animaniac Saved My Life. And I don't think that's hyperbole. Those characters and the joy they instill in others do the same thing for me. So my sense of humor, as I said, my wife and son and his wife and people who were incredibly dedicated to dragging me through the worst parts of it. It made for, I think, an interesting story and maybe one that people can that may resonate with them and help them through their own difficulties.
Absolutely. I think you've been so brave, and I know you do a lot of work for many different charities and cancer charities in particular, because and I've heard and read some interviews with you about the way you fought that brave battle. How are you? What do you say about?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been just about 6 years. I am, as far as I'm concerned, I'm cured, and the doctors say the same thing. I am. I thank you, Christine. I am different, to be sure. I don't think anybody goes through something so onerous without a couple of tweaks. But I feel pretty good. I've lost a lot of weight. I've gained some of it back. Sometimes food tastes a little different. Sometimes you don't taste it at all, but it's all a fair trade.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for putting. We all, our families all have stories of cancer survivors and scares. Yeah. So you doing the work to get the word out there is saving lives, truly. After you go on, everybody, and get the book or get the book, there's a new Amazon. I saw it on Amazon just before I came on. You could bundle these two things together and have them primed to your house. There's a Rob coloring book.
Like my friend Tim Fireball made an incredible comic book. I'm a car nut, and he said, "Hey, how'd you like to have your own coloring book?" And I said, "Why not?" So it just dropped on the 1st of April, and it's a compendium of yours truly and all these wonderful cars that I've gotten to enjoy, and I'm looking forward to people coloring them in and bringing them to conventions for me to have a look at.
Well, that's going to be awesome. I know that these adult coloring books are all the rage, so you can get your Rob Paulsen coloring book. Make sure you get a copy of the book. I'm sure that you will have a ton of conventions lined up. Are there any that you know off the top of your head coming up soon?
Yes, I'm going to be in. Let's see, on the 20. Whoops, excuse me. That's my parole officer right there.
Same.
I'm going to be. Let's see, I've actually got a whole bunch of them coming up here. I'm going to be in the 22nd through the 24th. I'm going to be in Huntsville, Alabama. On the 29th through the 1st, I'm going to be in Cleveland. 13th through the 15th of May, I'm going to be in St. Louis. 27th through the 29th of May in Columbus. 17th and 18th and 19th in June in Altoona, Pennsylvania at the Sci-Fi Valley Con. Austin Comic Con in the 8th, 9th, and 10th of July. So I've got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm real grateful. It's just a blast to meet you.
I want to say thank you, because I know how busy you are. I know how crazy, and I'm grateful you have all this work and everything, but you made time to stop by. I want to say thank you to Lori as well for orchestrating all of this. She's a gem.
She is. She's the BEST, and it's our great pleasure. And on behalf of me and Pinky and Yakko and Carl Weezer and Raphael and Donatello and the Mask and the Tick and all the other people out there, Narf and Turtle Power, Cowabunga, all that stuff.
You've made a lot of people very happy, especially me today. It was a real honor. You are a gem and a talent, and what a gentleman. So thank you so much for spending time with us. Much love to you. Be well and safe during these crazy days. And you're always welcome. This show is your show.
My great pleasure. That's very kind of you to say, and I look forward to meeting you in person one of these days.
Got it. Your comic when you're around here in the New York area, I'll be there.
All right, buddy.
Thanks. Thank you,
a lot.
Rob. Everybody, that's Rob Paulsen, Emmy-winning voice icon, the voice of so many of our childhood. What an honor and pleasure and privilege it was to be here with him, for sure. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to carry on now. We have Marilyn Maye, who's just turned 94. She did 74 appearances on The Tonight Show, and she's going to be joining us in a second. But I first wanted to tell you a little bit about my my week in review. So hang tight, and here's the week in review. Well, we made sure we got Rob on really quick today because Rob is busy, and Rob was trying to hold the commitment and had to go to work. So we thank him for stopping in. So I jumped to get Rob on here as fast as I possibly could. Hi everybody. Hi, Miss Margaret. Hello, everyone that's here. Yeah, he's doing better. So hello, lattes. Hi, everybody. My weekend review. So I went to see, I was here on Monday. So it's only been 2 days. So since I talked to you on Monday, I have gotten sick, but it's not COVID. Thank goodness. And my mom always used to say when we were kids that Chinese food makes you feel better. So I ordered myself some Chinese food, and I sat down and joined the show. We taped some interviews earlier. I have to feel better because I have a show tomorrow. And I have a show on Saturday. So I am excited to be here. Hi, Rosemary. Rosemary Giuliano is a Jersey friend of mine. She's watching my show virtually. We're going to talk about the show in a minute. It's good to see you, Rosemary. Wait till you hear Marilyn Maye. Rosemary, do you know Marilyn Maye? She's going to talk to us in a few minutes. Legendary. All right, so my weekend review. I saw Marilyn last night. I went to the show last night. Now listen to how Marilyn Maye does this. She does the show, and then if you know her, you can go back and meet her. So I talked to her on Monday because she's doing a show right now. So I talked to her on the Monday, and we talked on the phone, and I'll explain that in a minute. You're not allowed to take a picture with her. She's a professional photographer. He takes the picture. So I haven't gotten the picture yet because Helen, her assistant, is going to email it to me. But and someone recognized me. Someone named Rudy, who's a Jersey guy, was there, and he said he listens to my music to go to bed at night. It was so sweet. I was so moved. But here's a peek from my camera of the 54 Below show. Take a peek at this.
I've stuffed the dailies in my shoes, strummed ukuleles, sung the blues, seen all my dreams disappear, but I'm here.
She's 94. I hope to be doing that at 44. Never mind 94. So I went there last night. It was great to be at 54 Below. My friends over there at 54 Below are so great. So that's the story. Tomorrow, I won't be on here because I'm here with you today, but you can definitely check out the Witness Uganda reunion on Stars in the House. It'll be at starsinthehouse.com tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Tyrone Davis Jr. from Waitress, Emma Hunton, who is on Good Form TV show, and she's from Wicked. Lauren Smith, who's been on our show before, and then Matt and Griff have both been on our show. They'll be talking tomorrow on Stars in the House with Seth Rudetsky and James Wesley. I set that up, so I'm so proud of it that we got it to work, and it's going to happen tomorrow. So make sure you watch them tomorrow, starsinthehouse.com. And if you have XM Sirius Radio, it'll replay on the Broadway channel all weekend. Yay! That's exciting. I am going to feel better, Christine. I swear I'm on antibiotics. It's not COVID. I'm negative COVID test. I'm not like Barry Manilow, who has COVID, which breaks my heart. Hi, Mom. Nice to see you. My mother is here, which means I have to say this. If you would like to contribute to this show, you're more than welcome to Venmo at @RBannon. The money that you Venmo to me gets used to make shows and promote shows and have good shows and keep making shows. So we'll take all of your money, American money, rubles, pounds, pesos, lira, whatever you've got. And next week, we are not doing a show on Wednesday or Thursday or Monday. We're having a show on Tuesday. Tuesday, we have TV legend Anna Maria Horsford. She's the mom from Friday. She's the daughter in Amen. She's from the Wayans brothers. She's been in a million movies, and we spend an hour with legendary Anna Maria Horsford. Wait till you hear her story about how she got started and what she thinks about everything going on. She is, she's now on that show on CBS. I'll have to remember it. Be Squared? Be Positive? Be Positive. Be Positive. So she'll be here on Tuesday night. So make sure you check out Anna Maria Horsford. You will know her instantly the second you see her. Alrighty. Now it's time for my shameless plug.
Because I'm shameless.
There you go. You got it. People have been asking. They've been asking me about the shameless plug because you guys like that I say that, huh? Well, what else am I going to talk about? My shameless plug is that I'm performing. I'm performing starting tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be at Somerset at the Villagers Theater. Villagers Theater, and me and my music director Yaz will be there. It's a piano-only show. So it'll be me. We'll be doing the show we're doing in New York. But tomorrow at Villagers, it's a benefit for the theater. So if you can come on down. Help support local community theaters with the show. And then if you are in the area, Saturday, there are 24 seats left. 24. So you better get them while you can. 24 seats at the Green Room 42. I will be there live. If you're not in the New York area and you're not coming, like my friends Janelle, who's coming from Maryland, and my friend Christine, who's coming from North Carolina. If you're not from this area and you're like my friend Deb in California, get a virtual ticket. You can get a virtual ticket and join me. You can join me virtually. And my Margaret, who I work with, is joining me virtually, or a bunch of people. So get a virtual ticket and come on and join me and see me live. Spread your love because I'll need it. And it's a really fun show. It's music you know. It's not going to be boring. It's going to be up-tempo. It's going to be fun. I love a ballad, but we've reined it in, and I have some surprises up my sleeve. So next week, we'll talk all about the show on Tuesday. The reason I'm not doing shows next weekend is my brother gets married, so I'm a little busy. So we have big weeks coming up. I really would love for you to come. So get your virtual ticket, share it with a friend, tell someone to come, support live music, and we may be doing the show again in October. So get your tickets at robertbannon.com. Thank you so much. Wait till you see this show that I have planned. It's brand new. It's all new. So my brother said to me the other day, you do the same show. And I said, not this one. Not this one. And coming up soon, we have Dorinda Medley from Housewives of New York. We have Peppermint from RuPaul's Drag Race. She was the first trans contestant on the show. She was on Broadway and Head Over Heels. And she'll be here. Justin Guarini from the first season of American Idol, Tom Chapin, Rufus Wainwright, Anais Mitchell, Perez Hilton, and more. We have tons more happening. And then I just talked to Dominique Morso, who was the writer. She wrote a ton of shows. And she's going to be on, and we're going to play This Is Your Life with her because she's quite the star. Yeah. So I'm excited to hear all of that. Christine says, Marilyn is a joy to perform live. So charming and incredible. I love you. Saw her last night. Now hear your conversation with her. Yeah, I got to see her last night. She asked me, did you come? And I was like, oh man, I better go. So I went. Take a peek at this, and then I'll tell you how we ended up talking on the phone. You're going to like this. Watch.
Here is one of the fine singers working today. She knows her craft, a professional in every sense of the word.
Super singer, that girl.
She gets better and better. Truly a fine singer. She is truly so good. She is a super singer. That's the way to sing songs like that. She's a super singer. Miss Marilyn Maye. Marilyn Maye. Marilyn Maye. Miss Marilyn Maye. Miss Marilyn Maye. Marilyn Maye. Marilyn.
Till you come back, the ache inside still grows. My smile is just a pose. At night, my eyes won't close. Don't you know that I found two eyes? Just a little bit fewer.
94 years old and absolutely killing it on stage. 12 shows this week, 13 shows at 54 Below. She called me and we talked on the phone. The first thing I asked her was, how's the run going? How are you doing? And here's what she had to say. Special.
Just a joy, just great fun and great camaraderie, and they just everybody's just really happy to be there.
Well, I'm so excited that you're doing this show, and I am so excited. Firstly, you have the most incredible band. I know Ted Firth. He did an arrangement of a song for me, and I was so honored because he works with people like you.
Well, he's just fabulous, and he's been with me 15 years. And I've got Mark McLean, who is such a great drummer, and then Tom Hubbard's been with me since I came to New York. You know, just this time I was in New York years ago, but then for the last 15 years I've been coming steadily. You know, so
yes.
So and Tom has been with me, Tom Hubbard.
Well, how was your birthday? How was it last night? How did you celebrate?
We opened last Tuesday, and we're Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And did we open Tuesday or Wednesday? We opened on the 6th. What was the 6th? Anyway,
yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 5 days ago we opened, and on the 10th was last night, and we've been packed every single night. The room has been full of people who are just so thrilled to hear the music, and they show it, and so many standing ovations. I don't know, all through the show. It was just lovely.
Well,
and they're happy, and they laugh a lot, and they listen eagerly, and it's just been beautiful evenings every single night. And last night was even more so. We started late. They decided to let the show go on at 8 and not have any shows on afterward. So that left me free to be able to see everybody after after my show. You know, we did an hour and 15 minutes, and then I just, you know, everybody stayed in the room, and I kind of table hopped, and we took pictures with every table, and it was just great fun. Great fun.
You know, you are somebody as a performer, and as people look up to you, you're somebody who has truly paved the way. The way that you put on a show, your voice is gorgeous. You're gorgeous.
Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
What I love the most, and I've been in the rabbit hole of your YouTube videos, and I must say that I have watched your mashed up version of The Secret of Life and Here's to Life maybe 100 times this week.
That's one of them. Our opening is a whole gang of probably 8. I don't know. I haven't counted them. Cole Porter songs, and this time, and for this show, and I've not opened with this particular medley ever, and it's all Cole Porter songs, and they start applauding, you know, after maybe the second tune or whatever, and no, I said no, this is a medley. You know me, it's a medley. It's a medley. Come on, you guys. You know me better than that, you know.
Please wait till the end.
Then we go on to the next song, you know. and one night I forgot what came next, and I started singing something else, and they're all, you know, the 3 guys are saying no, and actually the next song was Wrong Time. You know, that was the next song. So it's the wrong time, it's the wrong place, and then I said, and it was the wrong song. So we're gonna leave that one in.
I think that's hysterical, and that's what's so much fun about your show. You're a masterclass in, and I know you teach master classes about this. Your style is, you're not singing a song to an audience. You're having a conversation. I feel like you're talking to me even through the computer.
And that's exactly what I want you to feel like, and that's what I am doing.
Yes.
I'm singing directly to you, Robert.
and that is what is so moving. I know that, just to go back, I know that you're from Kansas. I know that your mom was a piano player, helped teach you to sing.
Yes.
And you know, you moved to Iowa, and in Missouri, Steve Allen finds you. And
that's
then
right.
You do his radio show numerous times.
No, I did his television show.
Television show.
It's his TV show on the West Coast. It was not the Tonight Show. It was after he had done the Tonight Show. It was called the Steve Allen Show, you know, which was in the West in LA.
And then you end up
then
RCA, and you're nominated for Best New Artist for your first album, and then it kind of takes off, and you become a late night fixture, a cabaret and jazz and concert fixture, and you've done the Tonight Show 76 times with.
We did. That's the singer's record, and it was always a joy. Talk about great musicians. There were lots of great musicians on that band, and I was invited back and back and back. And you know, Johnny loved music. He just loved it, and would he said things about me after I'm through that mother wouldn't say. I mean, all great complimentary. You know, he would make great remarks. He'd say, "And that young singers is the way to do it."
Yes,
and he called me super singer, and he was just so good to me, and loved what we do.
And generations of people love what you do. I know that the Wall Street Journal, my apologies, said that you're the only performer, and it's so true. You marry the two audiences. There's a cabaret Broadway audience, and you know your songs from your recording of Cabaret, which came out before the movie, and all of the musical theater. Your album of all the Hello Dolly music, but then you're married to the audience in the jazz world too, as a vocalist without the musical theater, and it's sometimes hard to please both audiences. How do you tend to both sides of that personality and the music?
We just don't tell them what we're doing. We just do it. We'll sing along and do co-order and all those great songs and do it in different tempos, and sometimes we get pretty jazzy with it, and then the next song is You're Gonna Hear From Me, and that's the great song that Andre Previn wrote, he and his wife wrote, and I recorded it, and it's kind of a heavy ballad. It was from, oh dear, you'll tell me later what show it's from. And but it was so great, and that's a heavy ballad. And then all of a sudden I'm doing No News, which is fun and with great tempo and kind of just a fun, happy song. And we might be doing Take 5, which is at 5/4, certainly jazz, and everything is sort of tinted with jazz because I add a lot of notes and sometimes change the notes, which don't tell anybody that.
Well, I've heard you scat, I've heard you riff, I've heard you do all sorts of things. Your musicality is such a gift for all of us. It's a master class.
Well, you just kind of make the material your own, and I always am very cognizant of that. There's people out there that I'm singing to. I don't stand up and sing for them. There's no fourth wall. There's no fourth wall with me. And it's all to those people that sit in those seats and love music. And heaven knows the past week has been such a great example of that. They just absolutely have been so responsive and receptive and so cognizant of the fact that we're having a good time.
Yes. And if you're having a good time, then we're having a good time. I first saw you at Susie Mosher's show. I was there to see Michael Orland, who is someone who plays with me when I'm in California. And then you walked in. I was sitting at the bar. You walked in. A hush goes over the room because you are literally a living legend. And
thank you for that. I don't know that, but thank you very much.
Well,
Robert.
we feel that way about you. And she got you up on stage, and Michael played piano, and you did a number, and you just tear the house down.
Well, it's just fun, it's my job to make that audience have a good time, and also there's lots of lyrics that are very, very meaningful, and if you sing to them and sing and really understand the lyric, and they're all very important stories. All those lyrics are very important. it's not just a song, and it's not about vocal gymnastics. It's about the audience and the lyric and the story, and people sit there and I think most of the time they identify with those lyrics in some way in their own life. You know, somehow, sometime I can lead them to a thought that remind them of something they've lived or would like to live.
Yes. Well, you are. When I was watching interviews and your shows online, and I can't wait to see you this week. You're a class act, and they don't make them like you. And
thank you.
And I'm looking forward to it. I wish you the happy. Congratulations also on Too Late Now being in the Smithsonian. I mean, this is a career. This is the career that artists we dream of, and
Wasn't that lovely? I thought that was fun. They listened to the Smithsonian institution. There's a committee that they chose, a very musical committee, and they chose what they felt were the best songs of the century, and what the best recordings were of each song. And they chose Too Late Now, and they chose my recording of it. And of course, it was a Peter Matz arrangement, you know, brilliant Peter Matz. So I was very honored when that happened.
Well, and that, you know, just to piggyback on that, the art of the arrangement in current music is gone. I mean, I think of those the grand days of music where a performer would get up and say, "This is an arrangement by so and so. This is an arrangement by," and when people don't put the effort into the arrangement is what makes the music come to life, and the color.
Right. Well, I love doing that. That's kind of what I do. Even I design acts for various people that want to do their own act, you know, and a great deal of time and effort with me and with the student choosing the material, and then I arrange it, you know, for them, and those arrangements, the actual physical, the written chords and all of that, and the modulations and all of that, then the pianist does that. But the structure of the arrangement are all mine, and the melting of from one song to another and that kind of thing, because I've done it for so many years that I love that part of the business too. But the actual, you know, presenting the music to the people that love it. That's certainly our audiences. They really come to hear the Great American Songbook. I was honored not too long ago, several years ago, by the Albanese,
I appreciate
the Puccini. It's the Puccini. Puccini and Lucia Puccini Albanese Society. There, I can say it almost. And I because it was opera, you know. They said, we want you to come, and we have a final show at Rose Hall at Jazz at Lincoln Center, and we have a lot of our singers who are singing this yearly show that we do, and we want you to come and receive this award. And I said, I can't, a Lifetime Achievement Award. And I said, I don't understand. I'm a long way from opera, you know. And they said, no, but you do what we want our students to do now. We've decided that they need to connect with that audience. They don't need to overlook above the audience's heads up to the balconies and sing that way. We need them to connect with the people, and that's what you do. And consequently, they gave me a Lifetime Achievement Award on that wonderful place. So my acceptance speech was to the melody of La La La. I'm so happy and I'm so thrilled to be receiving da da da. You know, that kind of melody line.
Yes.
So it was great. Great times. And all of those things are very meaningful to me and makes life very happy.
Well, it's your life's work, and it's been a passion of yours, and it's something that has brought much joy. I want to just say, as one of the many people who listens to your recordings and is in awe of your tenacity and talent and charm and stamina. Because God, how many shows?
Definitely tenacity and stamina. Tenacity and stamina are my middle names.
You have given so much joy to so many audiences for so many years.
Thank you,
and
Robert.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because it's a real honor and privilege and pleasure to be in the room.
It's a joy to. I'll see you this week. Huh?
Yes, you sure will. I will be there.
At
I will
Feinstein's 54 Below.
Everyone wants tickets. If you want tickets for the rest of the week, please go to www.54below.com. And if you'd like more information on where Miss May is going to be, go to www.marilynmaye.com. And she's everywhere. So find her around the country and go see a show with real musicians and a real singer who really can sing. It's been a joy.
After this engagement, I'll talk to you about a meaningful engagement here in May.
Perfect. Done. My show is your show, and I'm honored anytime you would love to be here. I would love to talk to you. And I want to say thank you to Helen for setting this up, and thank you for the time. I know that yesterday was a long day and it's a long week, and you made the time to be here. Means so much to me.
You're a joy. You're a joy. Thank you, Robert. I'll look forward to meeting you.
I cannot wait. It will be an honor.
I'm meeting you at 54.
That's a deal. I'll be there. Have a great night. Enjoy your night off. This is your night off, and you're on the phone with me. And I'll see you.
Good.
I'm
thrilled. I'm thrilled to talk with you. And you'll come and after the show we'll meet, right?
Yes, absolutely. I'm sneaking my way in there. I'm not leaving without a hello and a selfie.
Well, you have to.
That's a deal.
Me too. Bye, sweetheart. Thank
Happy
you so
birthday.
much.
God bless you. Thank you. If you want to see her, she is a treasure, Christine. She is a treasure. Listen, I don't feel great today. Don't mind the technical errors. We're doing the best we can. She is a treasure, and she is a wonderful, wonderful lady. What a class act. What is it? 54below.com. Literally 57 shows this week, Liza fan. She's done so many shows this week, and she has shows all the way through the weekend. So go see her tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, or Sunday. You just can't see her Saturday because you're seeing me, right? You're seeing me this weekend. Get your tickets in person or virtually at www.robertbannon.com. I hope to see you there. You can stick around and meet me after the show too. Next week, Anna Marie Horsford is here. I'm going to take some medicine and rest because I have a show tomorrow night. You are all lovely. I appreciate you all so much. To my friends who are traveling up to see me. Oh, Marilyn, there you go. There's the dates of her show. So check it out. Check it out. Come see me too. And there's my shows. And I'll see you next week with Anna Maria Horsford. She's so great. I love her to pieces. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care. See you real soon. Thanks for being here.